Hello, it's me. Oh my gosh, it's me, guys. Hi. I'm back again for another vlog. Today was, Sunday? And I had a pretty good day today, overall. I went to the library, which was cool, and I read a book. Not the entire book. It was called Their Last Secret by Rick Mofina. And I got like 40 pages in, and I was like, I'll come back later and finish reading this. Because it started off pretty well so far. It's a very strange book. Um, Basically, it's like these three teenage girls have this like inseparable bond. Like they're like stuck to each other, and they're besties, and they all have shitty living situations, and so they decide to do something kind of weird. And that's where I'm at so far. They're in the process of doing something kind of weird. I'm not going to go into detail because it's weird. But yeah, they're doing some kind of like ritual thing. And it's weird. But I like it. It's pretty interesting. And it's a New York best time seller or something, so it's gotta be good, right? I mean, it's a page turner for sure. Like, I read 40 pages in like an hour or something. I was reading that thing pretty quickly in comparison to Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, where in an hour I only read like 20 pages. So maybe that's just because like each individual page is smaller and the text is larger, so it's like there's less words per page, so that's probably why. But yeah, it was just more easy to read. It's an easier read, I'll give it that. Because the thing with like the books they give you in university, it's always old shit, like the Iliad and Pride and Prejudice and like a lot of like medieval romantic literature, which I get it. It's important literature, so you have to read it. It's just Old English is so weird, and it's hard to understand what they're saying half the time because, they're using words like doth and thee and other Old English words that aren't prevalent anymore. So it's like, it's a lot harder to read. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm sure if I actually read it fully, it would be good. It's just, the way that all these fucking books start, they always start like, I forget what the official term is, but it's like when they start like right in the middle of something. And it's like, there's no like formal introduction, it just starts, it's like the Iliad especially, it just like starts. I need to search up what's the term, literary term when a book starts midway plot wise. On medias res, in medias res, in the middle of things. The Iliad does it, and a bunch of other like old English books, they do the same thing where it's just like Mr. Bingley, and it's just like no introduction to who Mr. Bingley is. Like, you just have to learn through context, which is what I despise, because you're reading and you don't know who Mr. Bingley is, and you have to remember all these names that are just thrown out, so suddenly. And for me, who has a horrifically short attention span, it is so hard to focus on a book but also read it at an acceptable pace. You know what I mean? I'm a very slow reader because it takes me like so long to actually process what the words are saying. So it's like, either you could be the type of person who like skims through a book and you just read the words but not the meanings behind them. You know what I mean? Just like you're reading the words but you're not really processing the information. Or you're really processing the information. You're reading each word aloud in your head. So it's like, like an audiobook, like you're hearing the words, right? As opposed to just reading them using your eyes, like you're hearing them. But that's so much slower. And even then, it takes a while to like process things. You have to go back sometimes because you weren't like paying attention. And it's just like so, that's what I hate about reading, is it's so mentally intensive, at least for me. Maybe it's because I just don't read a lot. So for me, it's harder to, start because I'm not used to that process as opposed to someone who, reads on a daily basis. So it's like very difficult for me to read, and it's very difficult for me to find enjoyment in reading because of that. And it's a real bummer, right? Because I'm literally an English major in university. So it's like I have to read. Like I have to. I have to read. Like there's no other option. I have to read. And what I want to do, while I have this time, before I go back to school, I'm going to start fucking reading. I have to. I need to at least learn to read and learn to enjoy reading. Learning to read is something that I guess I just never really properly learned at a young age. So I never really got into it. Like, obviously, I learned how to read. Like, I can read. It's not that I can't read. It's just I never learned how to enjoy reading. And I never learned to read things for fun. Because the only time I did read, it was for school. Like, I don't read outside of school. Like, I'm trying to think, when was the last time I read something for enjoyment? And it wasn't for school. Like, the first thing that comes to mind was Captain Underpants. And that was years ago, like when I was in like 4th grade. And that's crazy, That shouldn't be the case. That's just horrible, right? Actually, no, that's a lie. The last time I read something for enjoyment was Heartstopper, the book, Nick and Charlie. That was the last time I actually read something for my own sake. Not for school, not for anything. Heartstopper. That's it. And, the book is only like 100 pages. Plus, I read like another Alice Oseman book. But other than that, I haven't read shit outside of school. And I'm really trying to get back into reading. So I won't do this tomorrow because tomorrow I have a 12-hour shift. But the next time I have like some semblance of free time, I'm going to go to the library and get a library card just so I can like get that book at home. And it's much easier to read it then. Because going to the library to read a book obviously isn't as reliable, right? So obviously having a library card so you can like borrow a book for a bit, that'd be much better. Or just reading it online, just paying for the book, but I'd rather not do that. But yeah, because like reading a book physically, it has more oomph to it. I need to learn to read physical books as well, not just stuff on a computer screen, because I need to reduce my screen time anyway. So what better way to do that than by reading, honestly. And another reason that I want to get into reading more often is because I went on to my local library's website and they had a quote by Stephen King that was like, in order to become a better writer, you have to read a lot and write a lot. And I was like, dang, I want to be a writer, but I don't do either of those things. I don't read a lot and I don't write a lot. I guess I write a bit more than I read, but I still don't write a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't written anything in a while. Obviously, if you go back like 100 vlogs or something, you'll see me talking about me writing my book. But that was 100 vlogs ago, and I haven't been writing since. So either I get back into writing, or I get back into reading, or maybe I do both. Read a lot and write a lot. It's just hard, You know what I mean? I feel like I'm juggling so many things. Work, friendships, relationships, like my interests. I'm doing like obviously this, plus I also want to do my other YouTube channel, but then I also want to write a book, but I also want to read. So it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. I want to work out, like I just feel like I don't have time for anything, even though I do have time. Like, even if I'm working, full time, like 40 hours a week, like there's still time in that week to do stuff. It's just I constantly pressure myself into saying like, oh, I have to do this every single day. And if you don't, then you're a failure. But I always, do this in my head where I'm like setting such unrealistic expectations that it just makes me not do any of it, So I need to get into the habit of just like setting weekly goals, I think, instead of daily goals. Because daily goals, it ain't it for me. This is the only thing that I can do daily, these vlogs. Everything else is literally impossible for me to do on a daily basis. Because these, they take a couple minutes, sometimes longer, depending on how long I'm yapping, such as this vlog. But, like, reading on a daily basis is tough because, like, sometimes I'm just tired and I want to go to sleep. Or, like, writing a certain amount of words every day is tough because, my writing is shit if I do that, because I'm not writing for the sake of my own enjoyment. I'm writing just to get words down, trying to hit that word count, which is not what I should be doing if I'm wanting to write legitimately. Why did I say it like that? If I want to write legitimately, I shouldn't be thinking about, I have to hit this word count by the end of today. I shouldn't be thinking about how many words I'm writing per day. I should just be writing. Doesn't matter how much or how little. I should just be writing some amount in a week. And that's acceptable, Like maybe I could do things even as simple as like journal entries or writing a short story. It doesn't have to be a full goddamn novel. Like I feel like I just keep constantly just diving in headfirst into these things, expecting to, like succeed. But then I just like faceplant on the or I just like belly flop onto the water and then I have a really searing pain afterwards. That's not fun, And you need to start with a little dip, and then you go to the board, and then you go to the 5 meter, and then the 10 meter. You have to do it in increments. Why am I just like jumping straight 10 meters into the pool? I need to start with a little dip first, a little foray even into the world of writing, the world of reading, the world of making YouTube videos. By just throwing myself into the deep end, I'm just gonna drown. Like, I have to learn to swim first before I can do that. So, what better way to, delve into those worlds is by just, taking a little dip, I don't have to set such large expectations for myself right from the get-go. I shouldn't expect myself to be able to write a full book by the end of this year or write, or read an entire book by the end of this year. I should just read what I want and write what I want and set no expectations. Just, hey, by the end of this week, I want you to have at least written something. It can be anything. It could be a journal entry. It could be short story, just 5 words, like a 2-sentence horror story. Literally anything. As long as I'm writing something down by the end of every week, I think that's acceptable. Because then the pressure isn't as high and I'm not setting such unrealistic expectations of myself. And I can do the same thing for reading, Like, I shouldn't expect myself to finish a book every month or, read this amount of pages every day, or, read this long in a week or in a day. Just read some amount in a week. And I think that's acceptable. Like, I think that's realistic enough for me to do. So I think starting this week, this Monday, I think it'll be like, okay, starting like the Monday of the week, like by the end, from like Monday to Sunday, you need to have at least written something, read something, and uploaded something to the gaming channel specifically. It could be anything. It could be me doing a quick video of a game that I want to play, because with the gaming channel in particular, I am so stuck on that channel because there's so many things I want to upload, but I feel pressured into uploading a Stray Gods video, like that game that I've been playing on my channel, I guess recently. It's not recent anymore, it's a month ago, but that Stray Gods role-playing musical game, I don't really want to finish it, to be honest, but I feel pressured into finishing it because I've already started playing that game. So I'm thinking either just upload whatever the fuck I want on that gaming channel, because I do want to upload gaming videos. It's just there's some games that I don't want to play, and because I've already started playing that game, I feel pressured into finishing it before I upload anything else, when that's not how things should work. I should not feel pressured into uploading a certain video. It's not like I have anyone that's watching my channel anyways, so why do I care? You know what I mean? Like, I should just upload what I want and feel no pressure. Like, I've been playing Hades 2 like crazy, and I haven't been uploading any of it. Like, I could be live streaming it and then uploading the VOD of that to my channel, but I just haven't been doing that. And I think that would be much more entertaining for me and for whoever's watching, because even with the Stray Gods thing, like, there's no room for me to talk because everything's voice acted in that game. So there's really no reason for me to even finish uploading those videos. Fuck, I should probably delete those videos, to be honest. It'd make me upload more, because that game is just not good YouTube content, because it's just me. Oh, wow. Oh. Like, that's me in the entire video, because it's just like the characters are constantly talking. There's literally no room for me to talk or say anything insightful at all, because it's a everything voice acted game. It's like a freaking slideshow simulator. Like, it's like a Walking Dead game where it's just like you make a couple decisions, but you don't really do anything apart from that. You just do very basic gameplay stuff, and there's no room for you to talk. So it's like, I don't think anyone's going to be upset if I deleted those videos. I'm not going to be upset if I deleted those videos. So I might as well just do that, because like, those videos aren't even good anyway. Like, the audio quality's ass in both of those videos. So I should probably just delete them, and then I'll feel more encouraged afterwards to upload more videos, because I'm not feeling held down, feeling pressured to upload a Stray Gods video. Because that game's also poorly optimized as well, and it makes my laptop fan like super loud, and you can hear it constantly in the entire video, in both videos even when I went manually into my computer settings to limit the frame rate of the game to 60, and it's still freaking like full blast, like freaking jet engine, like, for my laptop. And it's just like, man, why do I even bother, like, with this game at this point? So I'm thinking probably just delete those 2 videos, and then I'll be much more encouraged to upload other videos that I actually want to, upload. Because I did, the only reason I started that in the first place was because I thought it would be good YouTube content, and it fit my channel's theme at the time, which were like text-based narrative stories. But everything in that game is voice acted, so there's no room for me to talk. So what's the point in me even playing it if I'm not going to talk or do anything worthwhile for others to watch? So you know what I mean? Like, I might as well play something like Hades, where it gives you room to talk, you know, because there's gameplay, but there's still that story element to it. Fuck it, like, I shouldn't even be thinking about this. I shouldn't be thinking about this at all. I should just be uploading whatever the fuck I goddamn want, and it shouldn't have to matter. You know what I mean? I'll still probably delete those videos just because they're ass, but I need to stop thinking so much. I'm thinking too much. That's the title of this vlog. Thinking too much. I think so much about what I want to do, what I'm planning on doing, but then I don't actually do it because I overthink and I'm like, oh, what about this? Just fucking do it, man. Just do it. That's my motto. Shia LaBeouf. Just do it. Honestly, preach. Like, those words, they're good, man. Like, there's a reason it was so popular, because just do it, you know? Nike, just do it. That's what I need to do. I need to just do it. And I shouldn't care about what others think, because by overthinking, I'm just too reluctant to really do anything. So, like, literally, I could have been uploading a video every day, but then I chose not to because I didn't like the game that I was playing. And that's a stupid excuse. Like, I could have kept those videos up while uploading other things that I did want to record. And then if I ever wanted to come back to it, then I could. But because I felt pressured into finishing the entire game without uploading any other videos related to other games, I just stopped uploading, which is stupid. So I'm gonna change that mindset and be like, hey, these channels are not for monetary purpose. They're not really meant for others to watch. Obviously they are. They're public videos on YouTube, so others will watch them if they want to. But ultimately the purpose of these channels is for my own enjoyment and for me to feel accomplishment and pride and to feel, you know, a sense of progress for myself personally, right? Because I'm not starting these channels for anyone else. I'm doing it ultimately for myself, for my own sake. And so by thinking so much about what others think, I'm ultimately just limiting my own progress. And that progress no one needs to understand. Like, it's not really anyone's business, but it's for me. That's basically all that matters, right? This channel, this vlog channel, the gaming channel, the stuff I write, the stuff I read, it's all for me, right? And that's not a selfish thing. That's just life, you know? Like, I do things for my own enjoyment. I do things for myself. And that's what this should be for, you know? It's for me to better myself and for me to dedicate my time into something of more value, because the reason I myself personally wanted to upload videos is so that I felt a sense of accomplishment and so that I didn't feel useless in my day-to-day life, so that I felt just that little bit of accomplishment and happiness for doing what I want to do, you know, rather than just sitting and watching YouTube videos all day and gaming all day and doing nothing else, you know. Sure, I could do that, but is it for me at that point? Not really. I'm not really bettering myself by doing that. And that's just not the way I want to live, you know? I want to change, because I've been down that route many times, and it's never led anywhere good. So this is my, you know, reasoning, I guess, is I just want to be a better person. That's my goal in life. I want to better myself. I want to be the best version of myself. How can I do that? Well, by contributing something, even if no one watches, it still contributes to my mental health and my own progress, whether that be like feeling accomplishment every day or progressing my desires and getting a better understanding of myself. I keep saying the same thing over and over again. I'll just cut the vlog here because I've been yapping for too long, but basically I need to stop thinking about what others think, stop caring about what others think, and I just need to do what I want to do. Period. That's the main thing. That's why I started this channel. That's why I started my gaming channel. It's my little playhouse to do what I want and have others invite themselves into my world. And who knows, maybe I'll start a little community from that. But ultimately, it's for myself and myself only. If others watch, that's fine. I don't really care. And I shouldn't care what others think, you know? Who cares? Why should I care if someone doesn't like what I upload? Because ultimately, it's for me. And I need to remind myself, because I keep forgetting, this is for me, not for anyone else. I shouldn't care about what others think. I shouldn't be caring about the algorithm or making YouTube thumbnails or, making my videos enjoyable for others to watch. Because that's not the purpose of this channel or the gaming channel. But I keep thinking that it is for some reason. Probably because of the nature of YouTube and how content creators, format their content to make it easy to watch for their viewers, with editing and all that stuff. Because they, it's their job, so they do it for a very good reason. But it's not a job for me, so why am I setting those expectations for myself? All that does is put pressure on me to act a certain way when that's not me, and it puts stress on me as well, which leads to me not uploading videos because I feel like I can't reach those expectations. So the best thing for me to do is to just not care. Pretend like it's just for me and only me. And that's how I'll succeed in growing myself and bettering myself. And that just applies to life as well, not just YouTube, By not caring what others think, that's how you better yourself. Because the best version of yourself is the version that you want to be. Not what anyone else wants you to be. Amen? Facts? Truth? I think so. Anyways, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.